Hello everybody, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room we do all things paper craft. If you are joining me from YouTube, welcome. This is a free event that I offer about once a month, where if you go to my Facebook business page, Jessie's Cards and Crafts, you can look under the events and sign up for my free packet. All you have to do is put your name down as going and then private message me your address, and I will send you a little kit full of all the paper consumables for the 2 cards we're going to make during the live. So it's a lot of fun, it's interactive, it's free. Whether you're joining me from Facebook or YouTube, give it a try. I can see some of my besties are finding me. Hello, Deborah. Hi, Sherry. I believed I saw you pop up there for a second. How are you guys doing? We're gonna just chit chat for a minute, get people to find me. Is Mom on too? Hi, Terry. How you doing? Hi, Savannah. Welcome. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everybody's finding me. So I went live from the event. Is that okay? Is it working well? Did you guys find me easy? This is what I need to know. See, I'm looking, I don't know. Let me go back to my page. Because on my version, it's saying like, oh, start the live on my tablet, but I've already started it on my phone, you know? Oh, but I'm on the main page too. Okay, it all worked out. We figured it out. Let me get my sound off. Okay. So there, I explained things very well. Yes, found it easy. Perfect. Hi, Kathleen. How you doing? I found you easy this time. Perfect. Okay, so we're figuring out our life, guys. Perfect, perfect. Okay. I just went to your page and it said you're live. So either way, whether you go into the event or you go on my page, you should be able to find me. And that's what I needed to know. Okay, so let me do my housekeeping while we wait for people to get signed on. You know, sometimes it takes people a minute, and that's fine. Okay, first order of business. And if you're one of my besties that, hi, Lori Jean. Sorry, I just saw your name pop up there. I'm trying to say hello to everybody so you know that I see you. Okay. I sent everybody the packets and I went to my post guy and he was like, 4 packets are light by a little bit. So I'm worried that in your paper pack, you're missing a couple pieces. Well, when I looked at what I had left, what I had the most of was the pieces for, here, I'll show you this. This is one of our cards. For this sled. So that might be missing. If it is, no worries, because I thought this through and I'm like, we're gonna do an alternate. So we're gonna do this card, but I also prepared an alternate that we're gonna do together just in case you didn't have those pieces. But as we go through it, throw it in the comments, hey Jess, I'm missing, or, you know, we'll figure it out. That's what I'm saying. We will figure this out. Don't worry. And if it is a major, if you're missing a major piece, you know I always make it right. I will send you a little bit of happy mail. So don't worry, I got you. So, you know, sometimes these things happen. Oh, okay, we're back. Sorry, I just got one of the, you know, wheel of death symbols like, oh, you're not connected. We have wind right now, so fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Okay, here we go. Hi, Moo. Now I see that you're on. In 2020, when I started, I'd done Stampin' Up! For myself earlier, and I was a customer earlier, but in 2020, I joined to be a demonstrator. And, you know, that's when the pandemic was happening. We were all stuck in our house. And I was very fortunate because I had my mom here and my family. And so, but I kind of thought about, you know, I was seeing all these posts about people being lonely, needing connection, needing things to do, you know? And I just kind of came up with the idea that I was going to go online, and once a month, I was going to do this free card class, and I was going to send people the packet. So if you had nothing, you could scrounge around for some sort of adhesive, a couple markers, and some scissors, and you'd be able to craft with me. And so I called it, I don't even remember now. It was like Connection Through Caring and Kindness Through Crafts or something like that, Coast to Coast. It was a really long name. So, but yeah, I have been keeping track of all my states. I wanted to get at least one person from every state in the United States to join this live. So, over the last 4 years, I have 2 states left to go. We got a new state this month, and I realized when I went back through all the years of people, I had a state and never marked it down. So, we only need West Virginia and Mississippi. If anyone watching knows anyone that lives in West Virginia or Mississippi that would like to take a free card making class online, please refer us, because we are so close. So this month we got Vermont, which I couldn't believe when I saw that. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, because it had been so long since we got a new state. But so that's it, West Virginia and Mississippi, and we're going to have a huge party because that's like one of my bucket lists to complete the United States. And then I can say I have crafted with not everybody in the United States, but at least one person in each state. I'm very excited. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop being weird now. You don't have to cringe. It's fine. I get it. All right, so my few housekeeping things is new catalog coming next month. If you need one, message me and I will make sure to send one out to you. This is our holiday mini catalog, so lots of Christmas, some fall. Gorgeous, right? Gorgeous. The stuff we're using today is already available. It's online in the online exclusive section. So if you need more information on that, message me. And then I am doing a product share. What a product share is all of the paper, ribbon, and gems from the new catalog you are going to share with a group of 3 other ladies. So basically what I do is I buy one of everything, one of every paper, one of every ribbon, one of every gem, and I cut them by 4 and I package them really nicely. So everything is in its own cellophane bag and it's marked really well, and you can kind of see the ribbon there. There's paper. This is a huge set. Now here's my announcement. If you need more information, I have a post on it. Also, you can go to the video for, I believe it's August 14th, my Wednesday video, where I show everything in detail, but I have 3 death. There we go, we're back. Sorry, like I said, it's windy. I have 3 of these ready to go. So if anybody is like, look, I want everything, I want to see it, I want to play with it before the catalog comes out, hit me up and I will mail it to you. $75, shipping, tax, everything included. Okay, that was my things I had to talk about. Now we can get on to the show. Hey Karen, how you doing? I just saw you're on there. These are my friends, y'all. Okay, so here's the cards today that we're going to be making. So I said fall or Christmas. You guys were kind of split down the middle evenly, so we're doing both, which I love. I'm super excited. I'm going to flip down. I will talk about the products as we use them and what you need. So just have your packet and your scissors, glue, some ink, a few sentiments, you know. We kind of go slow. I talk a lot. You can grab stuff. Hey, Janet, welcome in. Let me flip this so I can see the comments as they come up in case you guys have questions. Okay, I'm gonna flip down. Here we go. If you get seasick, close your eyes right now. Boop, now we gotta swivel. And woohoo, we're back. Okay. Here we go. All right. We're going to start with this gorgeous card. Look at this. Boom. Now the one thing is this plaid paper was just something I had in my craft stash. You know how I tell you guys, like, use what you got. We buy these beautiful things. That worked really well. I liked it. We went with it. So that is that. And I believe it's like a Hobby Lobby staple for fall. They always have it. So, okay. So we're going to be using the Changing Leaves stamp set and coordinating dies. When you buy the die set, and I store them like this. Oh, I'm already throwing things, guys. Okay. When you buy the coordinating die set, not only are you getting the Thinlit dies, but you are going to get this embossing folder with it. Now this is a hybrid embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how to use this in a second because we use it for the card. So I'm going to set this aside for just a second, and we're going to pull out our packet. For this card, you're going to want to grab your Cherry Cobbler card base with extra panel, your yellow leaf, Cherry Cobbler oval, and then a smaller one in Very Vanilla. You're going to grab that piece of scrapbook paper. You're going to grab your gold bow leaves. You're going to have two Very Vanillas. They're going to be cut the same. One is going to be embossed with the leaf embossing folder. One's going to be plain for the insert. So really, those are all the cards you need. Now, I have this because I'm going to demonstrate how to cut out this leaf for those who haven't used a hybrid embossing folder, but yours is already cut out. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Those pauses are great, aren't they? And also, I sent everybody a tiny amount of these pecan pie and clear ribbon adhesives. They should be stuck to your Post-it, but they may have come loose in the package. So, all right, we're gonna pull in the Big Boss. Now, when you're using your hybrid embossing folder, treat it like a 3D embossing folder and do your sandwich for your machine accordingly. For our Big Boss, you just need the embossing plate with the platform. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. You're going to take your Thinlit die and you're going to go on the side of the embossing folder with Stampin' Up, okay? And you're going to match up the leaves. Let me see, I'm above here. You're going to match up the picture, and it's kind of gonna, it doesn't secure into place, but it goes into the grooves and it can't be slid. You'll be able to tell when it's positioned correctly. You won't, be able to slide it around anymore. Now, I just want this big leaf here. Let me get out of the chat. And so I'm going to put my piece of DSP in there. Lily says hi. I'm going to flip it over and just make sure that it's fully covered with the paper I'm going to be using. I'm going to plop it on the platform and put that 3D embossing plate on top, and then we're going to run it through. Now this is going to do two things. It's going to give you the texture of the leaves, and it's also going to cut out your leaves. So voila, look at how easy and textured that leaf is. So pretty. So there we go. okay? And you have one at home, so you know what I'm talking about. But that's how you use these hybrid 3D embossing folder, blah, 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 blah. And we have several now to the collection. This is just one example. So now I'm going to bring in all my parts again and our card. So cute, right? It's like a little Z-fold moment with a peekaboo little panel. Sorry, I woke up today and I was like hoarse and my eyes were itchy. Allergies are real, guys. Allergies are real. Okay, we're gonna start off with this leaf. Now you could use this as is on the front of your card, but I wanted to kind of tone down that bright yellow of the Daffodil Delight, and I wanted to play on the colors of the card, make it a little bit darker. So I pulled in some cherry cobbler and a few blending brushes. And we're just going to do that real fast. So like I said, if you don't have these colors, work with what you have. Give it a try, or just leave it yellow, right? Because there are yellow leaves. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start off and just kind of, I'm tipping the edges first of my leaf. So I don't want to cover the whole thing. Oh, and now Jack's saying hello. I don't know if you guys can hear that. He's walking around, hello, hello. Sorry. You guys know, I love my animals. Hello, Jackie. I'm sorry you're out for today. Okay, so I just tipped it. We're getting some of that color. Definitely getting the fall vibes there. Aw. Carrie says hi, Jack. He's like, let me in, woman. Okay, so now I just inked up a little pumpkin pie, and I'm just gonna hit it just a little bit, just to mellow it out. There we go. Super easy. Can you see all those colors? They're kind of blended. I hit there kind of hard, but I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. So, okay, there we go. That is the prep work. Now basically we're stamping and we are assembling. Super easy. And don't worry, I will post the picture with all the measurements and all that good stuff after the live, so you'll be able to do it, or recreate it, should I say. Okay, now I got that. Let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna bring in that small oval and our insert for our card, and we'll go ahead and get all our stamping done at once. Okay, if you don't have this stamp set, no worries. What do you have? On the front, I'm just using a thank you. So you might have a thank you, or you can leave that off, and this would be a really pretty note card. So don't stress if you don't have something, it's fine. I'm telling you, it's good. And we all know, if you're new here, you might not know, but if you're one of my besties, if you're one of my crafter girlies, you're gonna know I'm a hot mess. So I'm gonna throw things, I'm gonna get glue in my hair. Something crazy is gonna happen, because it wouldn't be a Jessie original broadcast if I didn't have these things happen to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little leaf in there, and then we're going to use the sentiment. I really thought that was cute. A nice sentiment. Let's see if this will fit. Yeah, it should fit. Okay. Bless you. Okay, I don't want to put my hand in the ink. Does that look straight, guys? I'm going for it. Now remember, When stamping, go straight down. Try not to rock. I always rock just a little bit. Not intentional, just happens. But the most important thing is just a tiny bit of pressure and let the ink absorb into your paper. You don't need to crush it. You don't need to give it CPR. None of that. Just very light, little pressure goes a long way. Okay? These are things I repeat all the time because when I'm stamping with my besties, when I started, and sometimes when I'm just not paying attention, I myself do these things, right? It's common. It's one of those things, you know, you really want it to come out good and you're trying really hard, but sometimes less is more. That's what I'm saying. Less is more, guys. I just know I'm gonna get red ink on me. What are we gonna do? Okay. So now that we have our things stamped, I'm just gonna set these to the side. We can put our card together. And this is gonna go together super simple. Most things I do are not complicated. Okay, take your card base. I've pre-scored it for you. You're going to want to fold, how do I word this? Away from, so there's a raised part where I've scored it and an indent. You're gonna wanna score on the indent. Okay, if you have a bone folder, go ahead and crease that down. Now we're gonna take the second score line and we're gonna fold it back. So that's why I called this a Z fold with a peekaboo panel. There you go, it makes a Z. Okay, now we're gonna grab whatever adhesive you have and we're gonna put that piece of scrapbook paper inside the card. And what you want to do is create a frame about 1/4 of an inch, or maybe it's more like an eighth of an inch all the way around. Okay? Oh no, I didn't pre-do my glue here, guys. Hold on. Let me get a pick. See if I can do it. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I've hit it kind of heavy. What are you gonna do? All right. Karen, are you using your tape runner? I have a friend, her name is Karen. She's very good at what she does, I will say. I envy her coloring skills very much, but she's talented and can make things straight. So I wanted to be like her, so I started using my tape runner and everything was crooked. Everything was crooked. And I just realized sometimes you just gotta do what works for you. So she uses her tape runner and I use my liquid glue, which gives me a little bit of wiggle room. You use what's good for you. And in the end, we're all gonna come out with a gorgeous card, so no problems. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, and I like to pick on her because she laughs. So, we're gonna take our cherry cobbler panel and we're gonna glue on, or adhere on, our front panel. And I made this one like a 1/16 of an inch. I made it really close because I wanted to see all that pretty embossing. Okay. There we go. Let's put it on. Yeah, some people have the gift and the eyes that they can just lay it down and have it be perfect, like straight. I just need that little bit of wiggle room, you know? That's my thing. I like the dry adhesive because I don't get sticky glue all over my hands. That does bother me, but you know what? We're gonna deal with it, guys. Okay. So now I'm just going to put together my little sentiment. You could pop this up. I don't think I sent you dimensionals this time, but you might have some. This is, again, from my craft stash. This is a retired punch, but I'm sure some of you have it. Come on. I off punched the paper a little, but I don't think you can notice. I think it'll be all right. So now before you, wait, I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute. Got ahead of myself, guys. We're gonna adhere down our leaf first. I want you to play with your leaf and your little gold pieces that I sent you. I cut them out with the bow punch. So this one is still available. And it's been around for a while. So a lot of people, I don't know, who has it? I use it all the time. I really like it. Okay, I kind of like the way that looks really full, but I think I'm gonna do mine like that. So play with it first, see how you like it, then go ahead and adhere everything down. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, especially if I'm copying something I've already designed, and I start just going in and not really laying things out, and I find like, oh, it's not working the same, you know? It should, in theory, work the same, but yet no. Okay, I have a lot of glue on that, so I'm going to borrow some for my other piece. There we go. Okay. Here we go. How's everybody doing? You getting it? You getting it? Do you have any questions? Is anyone starting to see cooler weather? We are not. We are hot. But which means rain, thunderstorms, stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. And it should cool it down a little bit. Okay, wait. So you're in the middle. Okay, Terry, no problem. I'm gonna use this one without all this stuff. So here you have it. Fold it in half on the score line. And then that front panel, fold back. How's that? So, and you'll know you did it right because it makes the Z. So I'm just waiting. Oh, no problem. Okay. So now we have your card laid out, and now you're going to put your focal point down. And just put it where you want it to be. You don't have to cover your stems. You could have it over here. Just depends on how you want your card to look. Okay? So now that we have this part done, we're going to go ahead. Let me get this out of the way. And first, I want to adhere the front panel to the front of the card. So what you want to do is you want to line up your focal point, your front. Oh, sorry. So that you have, oh, sorry. Hold on. My glue wasn't quite set up. Okay. You're going to want to do it so that this front panel is in the middle with a frame around it of your card. So it's in the direct middle. But when you glue it down, because we want to be able to open the card and see the inside, You're only going to put glue on the back of this half, this right here, because we're going to be gluing it only to this front panel. Okay? So I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to put some glue. Sorry, I couldn't see it. I was off camera. You're only going to put glue on this portion, just like that. Okay? So now that it's glued up, you're going to come in and just go ahead and place it. Make sure it's straight as possible. I'm sliding, guys. Okay. Hold on. There we go. And that's it. That's all you have to do. See? So now when you open it, you grab that front flap and you pull it back or to the side. All right? So that's how you get the card together. Now let me hold this up. Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Okay, now we have our inside panel. You can go ahead and put glue on that. Or dry adhesive, Karen. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put this in the middle of that scrapbook paper and create a frame around it. Now, when you kind of get it where you want and work kind of quickly so your adhesive doesn't dry, just make sure that it has a little bit of an edge by that front panel. See? All right. Does anyone have any questions on that? I'm trying to take my time and ask. Because sometimes, you know, I get in my own head, I forget. Okay. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. You rock. Okay, so the last thing to do, I have to find it. I don't know what I did with it. It's okay, because I have a whole package, but it's just pull in those gems, but I did have my little, maybe it's on my, no. Okay, well, I'm not going to fuss with it. It's probably right in front of my eyeballs, but you know. So you might have clear or you might have brown or pecan pie. I thought that I had two packages of these so I could give you more, but I didn't. So I ended up ordering more because I like them so much that one package was just not enough. So I'm just going to dot a few around. The clear or the pecan pie, in my opinion, works. But I like the pecan pie because it kind of brought that brown in from the paper. Okay, so there is our first card done. Yay! Let me get this stuff out of the way. I'm going to give you guys a minute. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my area a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to go through the pieces real quick for the other card. Okay. And then what? Here it is. And then I will demonstrate my first design, and then I'm going to show you the alternate design. So that's how I'm going to work this situation I find myself in. And also just curious, was anyone missing any piece from this card we just did? Sorry, here, driving me crazy. Okay, so it doesn't look like it. Hi, Deborah. How you doing? It's okay, you can watch the replay. No problem. Okay, so I'm gonna assume everybody had the pieces for this let's see, no worries, not missing. Okay, good. So that one was good. We'll say that. So like I thought, it might be this card. It might be this card, which is a shame because, and maybe there's nothing. Maybe it was just weird, you know? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. So let me put this aside. Oh, and also, in case you guys are wondering, Anna had training today, so that's why she's not here talking in the comments. Just okay. When I started this, she would come on because I was afraid. I was afraid to do it by myself. So she would come on for support, and she has done it, bless her, for 4 years with me. But I'm at the point where I'm no longer afraid and can kind of hold down the fort. Dang it, there they are, guys. I knew I had them. Okay, anyway, you're going to take your Balmy Blue card base, and you can go ahead and fold that if you want and crease it down. Set that aside. Now, we have a white inside panel. I had an extra one. We have a piece of the DSP for the outside. You're going to have a silver frame. You're going to have a wood sled piece. You're going to have a smaller piece of wood for the top of the sled. You're going to have a post-it with your skates, or not your skates, those will be free, but your little skate laces and the blades. You're going to have a little strip of white. And then you're going to have 2 rectangles, one in black matte and one in wood. And then some bows. That's what I'm going to call them. So does everybody have all the pieces? Are you missing anything? Sound off because I'm curious. Okay, good. Good, Terry. Most people should have everything. There were 4 cards and I did not note whose they were. So it's kind of like we're just going to have to see. You got it. Sherry has it. Yep, I have everything. Great, Savannah. I'm happy to hear that. Janet's good. Yay! Okay, maybe it's not so bad, right? Maybe it's not so bad. What about Kathleen? Lori Jean? I'm trying to think. Karen. Anyway, I'm going to move forward. But we will do an alternative, just in case you might want to see it. Okay, good here on both. Yay. Okay. All right, I don't know, guys. The people that did not sign in are going to get the Crapaduty card. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Cheryl got all of them. We're both good. Yay. Thank you, Kathleen. And you have them all too, Deb. Great. Okay, everybody. I'm excited. We've got it all. I stressed for nothing. I don't know why I do that to myself. Okay, so first of all, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put together our fussy pieces. Then we will stamp. Then we will put it together. Super easy, okay? So I'm going to bring in this silicone mat because I know I'm going to get glue everywhere. So to do this, it's 3 pieces. I really love the detail in that wood and the fact that when you use it with the wood grain paper, it looks so good. And then the silver. So when I first did this, I glued it up here and I put the piece, it made no sense. You can tell I was a saucer kid. I didn't know how to use this. So the old-fashioned sleds, I guess the platform went here, and then the wood accent piece, I'm calling it, goes up here. So go ahead and glue those in place. And did anyone have a sled like this growing up? And I don't remember it, but Mom, did I? I know I had plastic, like a long one, and I know I had a saucer, I think, and we used to go down the hill, Canterbury Hill, or no, it wasn't Canterbury, what was it? I don't remember anymore. Bailey Loop, that was it. Pretty good memory, huh? I know. Nobody else knows what the heck I'm talking about, but Mom will get it. Okay, and choose your side. You can do the dark wood, you can do the pink wood, whatever you like. I'll allow it. Here we go, okay. Gosh, I can't believe I stressed myself out. I want to go drive to the post office and be like, Joe, everybody had everything. No, I sent a lot more packets. It's just someone who hasn't signed on yet. So, okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and dry and put it to the side. Actually, I need to pull it back out because we got to do these too. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do these skates. The laces were a little confusing as well. Took me a minute in my brain to decode it. Now the blades are very straightforward, just match them up, glue them down. But if you look on your skates, there is a slice on the side there. And what you do is you take your laces, and I like to put just a little tiny bit of glue on this wide lip, I'm calling it. And then you're gonna slide that wide lip with the glue into the slit. And it'll nestle in there very well. And then it looks like your skate is laced up. Isn't that great? Such detail, just, oh, I had skates like this as a kid. Growing up, I grew up in New York, right outside of West Point in a little town called Highland Falls. If you're military affiliated with the Army, you probably have heard of it at some point. And the state park Bear Mountain was very close to us. So when we were teenagers, everybody on the weekend, our parents would drop us off at Bear Mountain and we would go ice skating at the ice skating rink. It was a big deal. And some of my fondest memories of hanging out with my friends, and it was just a good time. I was very fortunate to be able to do that. So my parents bought me skates so I didn't have to rent. And yeah, every weekend we would go. And I did that for years, which I have not ice skated since then, so kind of sad, but I would probably break something nowadays, so I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. Also, I live in the desert, so it's not impossible. We have ice skating rinks here. We have everything. But, you know, I'm just not going to do it. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, so there we go. We have our laces in. Does anyone have any questions about that? Just in case. No? Well, throw them up. If you do have more sets, I can show you again. Okay, just a tiny bit of glue. And I kind of put a blob of glue and then rub it around. Okay. then you just match up the heel, match up the tip, and match up the blade. And hold it down. There you go. If you get a lot of glue and you have an embossing buddy, you can go ahead and just like let it dry a bit and then hit it with the embossing buddy and it'll take any excess sticky away. It's just like a fine powder. You can tell how much glue I have on me. There we go. Okay. All right, so we got our skates together. We got our little sled together. And now let's, you know what? We'll stamp in a minute. We'll stamp in a minute. So I'll keep that out. But let's go ahead. You can choose which side of your DSP you want showing. We're going to glue these down. Again, you always want the back paper to frame your front paper, okay, for that layered look. And I'm going to go ahead and create a mat with this version. So I'm going to take that wood, and I can't remember, your wood grain might look different than mine. I don't know if I had enough to give everybody the same. I know sometimes your background paper will look different. That's okay. It's all going to work, I promise. If you have dimensionals, you could pop up that layer, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down flat. I'm going to put it right in the middle of my card, but you can play with yours because you might want to put your saying strip like underneath, so you would need to give it more room. Sorry, the trash man is here. He'll be gone in a sec. So play with it before you glue it. Now, let's do our stamping. Oh, there's my inside. I don't know why I'm showing you that, because there's nothing in there yet. Here we go. Now, like I said, if you don't have this stamp set, don't stress it. And I don't know if I even showed it to you. I apologize. So this is the Sophisticated Sled. I really like this one because it has so, and a cardinal, or I guess it could be a blue jay. You've got snowflakes and wreaths. I mean, I will use this again and again, even just for the components. And then the coordinating dies, which you've seen some of them. You can create your sled or stamp your sled and cut it out. You can make your skates. You can cut the wreath and the bow out. You can stamp and cut your skates. So it really gives you a lot of options. Also, the bows that I cut out for you guys, the pieces, there you go. So we're going to be using a sentiment for the inside, which I believe, what did I do? Is that the one I have? Let's see. No, this isn't it. I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. That's what I'm going to put in there. And then for the outside, I'm just going to have Let It Snow. We're going to grab some snowflakes. So these are things you might have in other sets, like snowflakes, a nice saying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got. So I'm just going to kind of pull them out, and then I wanted to put those skates on the inside too, because I just love them. So there we go there. I'm going to bring in some black memento. I'm going to pull this up to the camera. I want your opinion. I've been double stamping sometimes, so I put a little bit of color and then I go back with the black. And that time I almost got it on top, right? But it just gives that little bit of edge. What do you guys think of this? My husband said to him it made it look like it was blurry, but I kind of like it, but my eyes are always blurry, so you know. We don't know, but I'm just wondering, does anyone else ever do that? Do you have any tips, tricks, or no, Jesse, it's a hot mess, it looks blurry, don't do that. It's okay, we're friends, you can tell me the truth. So, try to get this out of the chat. Look at how crisp and beautiful that is. I love. We're gonna go ahead and grab Intimate next. You like it? What did Mom say? Oh my gosh, no, I don't think we're gonna talk about the roller skates. If you can imagine, there's a reason my parents didn't name me. Oh, I just bounced it. Oh well, it looks okay. There's a reason my parents didn't name me Grace, and the whole reason is I am a hot mess express and very clumsy, okay? So, I used to go roller skating a lot, you know, I enjoyed it, and we used to go to Bear Mountain. We'd walk around the lake, and it was, one day I decided, oh, I'm gonna skate it. My parents were like, okay, you know, it's a walking path, but it's, at one portion of it, you're going uphill, and when you get to the top of the hill, you're going down the hill, right? And I didn't realize that, or think it through maybe, I don't know. So I get up to the top of this hill, and now I have to come down. And like a normal person should have just realized their ability and taken off the skates and walked down the hill. But hell no, I was not gonna do that. I was not gonna do that, guys. So I start cruising down this hill. Now I'm on roller skates, so I'm faster, and my parents are behind me walking. When I get up to the hill and then down the hill, I'm sure they thought, ah, crap, this ain't gonna be good. But you know, God bless them, they just continued on. So I'm going down the hill, and I'm doing it, guys. I'm making it, okay? But I'm getting a little fast, and I'm going faster, and I'm going faster. And almost to the bottom of the hill, which I'm thinking if I can just skid down the hill, I can skid out kind of, and I'll be okay, right? But what ended up happening was there was a crack in the asphalt stuff that they used to pave the walking path. And I hit that sucker and just flew, okay? Landed face first, like this. And I kind of, you know, was stunned, shocked at first when it happened. But then I kind of, you know how you do. I assessed the damage. I realized nothing was broken, but I didn't want to get up. So I just laid there in the middle of the walkway until my parents got to me, and then they helped me get up. You can't make that stuff up. You know, I was a teenager. What are you going to do? I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it today. I can't get up. Oh, Jesus. And there we go. So that's my story. A little laugh. But, you know, I'm not much different from today, guys. So, whatever. It is what it is. Choices were made. That's what I'm saying. Choices were made. Okay. So I'm going to put Let It Snow on there. And then I'm just going to hit it with a few of those snowflakes. To emphasize the snow. Okay. And I apologize, that's in the chat a little bit. So there we go for that. I'm gonna keep these to the side. Okay, now let's bring back in our card. And now we can build our little scene. So, sticky. I have our sled. Just gonna put, it is sticky because of course I got glue everywhere. Okay. So there we go. And I'm gonna put this like that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take and just kind of lay my boughs down wherever you want them to live. I kind of covered up that top piece of wood, but you know, you do you. However you think it looks the best. And it would look really cute if you had some ribbon to maybe put a bow there, or if you had those holly berries or red berries, stick some, you know, stick some stuff in there. That's what I'm telling you. All right, so now I have my skates. And I'm going to grab, if I have it available, yes, I do. I'm going to just grab a dimensional. I'm just going to pop up those skates, but really, you don't have to. You can glue them down flat. I just decided I wanted to do this and be fancy. Okay, now before you stick them down, kind of play with it. See how you want them to live. Like that. Okay, so there we go. I keep wanting to rub that off, but it's a knot in the wood. We're okay. So there is that. Now, for the first card I did, I kind of put my sentiment up here. I don't want to do that because it's going to cover it up. I felt like that was a lot. Maybe over to the side. Yeah. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors that I have oh no, they're right in front of me. Never mind. Never mind, disregard. And I'm going to cut this down. Now on this one, I made little dovetails. Do I want to do that again? I'll try. Now remember how I taught you to do the dovetails? I just cut it, but you, if you want it even, put it a slit in the middle, then go from the corner to that cut. And you'll get a perfect dovetail every time. Okie dokie. So there we go. Do I want this up here is the question. Let me see. Can I get it under there? No. All right, we're gonna do different. I'm gonna trim this. And this is what I'm talking about. The card will tell you what it wants. You know what I mean? If you don't love something or you just have a good idea, try it. I know I send you this stuff, but it doesn't mean you have to be exact. This is our creative time. You do you. I think I'm going to do it like that. I don't know why. We don't know why. This is just what I'm doing. To give you ideas, right? There we go. There we go. Okay, I think it's cute. Now, if you, like I said, you could add gems, whatever you want. You can go ahead and glue your insert inside the card like that. So there is the next card done. Now, if you have time and you're interested, I'm going to show you an alternative with the supplies I gave you. All right, so I'm gonna bring in a packet again. Not a packet, but the card pack. And we're going to take out the wood piece and this black mat. And I went ahead, I'm going to do the 2 3/8 circle punch, but if you don't have this, whatever punch you have, or you could maybe cut this down to a square, it's whatever you have. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna punch out a circle. Set that to the side to make my focal point. I have a little twine, I made a bow. I figured you didn't want to watch me struggle making bows too, so that'll be a different video. All right, here we go. We're gonna fold that down. Now this we're gonna use for our focal point, so just set that aside for a sec. And I have to put together, this I probably could have pre-done, but let me put these together real fast. All right, we're gonna pretend like I gotta do it. I gotta do it right. If you're gonna do it, guys, do it right. You know what I'm saying? So what does everybody have planned for the rest of the weekend? Anything exciting? Who is working on their fall decor? I need to know. Mine's almost done. I want to go shopping, but the majority of it is up. I have to get stuff for my bathroom. Yes, I decorate my bathroom. Yes, I understand it's a little weird. I just, I like it everywhere. What can I say? Digging the color orange. I'm doing vintage Halloween and orange, black, and cream. That's what I'm into right now, and I just like it. My husband put lights under my cabinets, like little LEDs, and they change color. And so for my different themes, I can just change the color. I don't have to keep climbing and stringing lights and stuff, so it works out pretty good. So right now I have orange, so everything's in that nice soft glow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. Now, if the weather could just, I know, it's the middle of August. I get it. It's still summer. But I'm done with it. We live in the desert. It's always beautiful and sunny here. It's actually, for someone who spent 10 years in Washington, it's sad. I miss the rain. Unless I have to go out, and then I'm happy for it. So, never happy. That's my point. I'm never happy. Okay, so I have, if you had a good time with this, I have the September's up. We are going to be using things out of the new catalog, so that's exciting. And as soon as I can post pictures or I have the stuff in person, I will take pictures and post it. But Stampin' Up! Has a rule that we can't show this stuff out of the catalog. We can show this stuff, but we can't show catalog images until the catalog goes live. So I couldn't post my information yet, but trust me, you're going to want to join. It's going to be great. Okay, so I just framed that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this circle focal point up here. And this DSP kind of, I have a phalange. There we go. This DSP kind of lends itself to where that should go. Depends on what you're working with. May not matter as much. I'm going to put my skates on there. like that. Share the glove. Ah! Dang it. Glue. I have a love-hate relationship with the stuff. I will be hitting that with an embossing buddy. Okay, now we have this piece of wood grain DSP. And my idea was to make a little focal point to put my sentiment. And I do have some black. Okay. I'm gonna pull in a trimmer. But you could do this with a ruler and some scissors. Or if you're really good, you could just cut it. But I'm not that good, guys. All right, let's see. So 1 inch strip. 1 inch strip. And then I'm gonna cut it the next piece at 3 1/4 of a strip. Like that. See? That way you'll be able to see it better. And that's, let's see. Am I losing you guys? I know, this is a long one. I got it. Let's see, what does this say? This says, yay all the way. No, good tidings. Let's do good tidings. All right. Here we go. No, that was right. Dang it. See, I reminded myself this was taking a while, and then I started to get nervous. So then I start making mistakes. I just need to calm down. I'm with my besties. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to use some black memento, playing off that black. And we're going to stamp this on. Like that. Take a little bit of glue. And we're going to line this up. Turn your paper whichever way you can see it best. It doesn't matter. And now I'm just going to give a little trim with my snips on the edge. Eyeball it straight. Okay, so there we go. We've matted that pretty easily, and all from that paper that I sent you. I'm going to stick this down here. But you could pop it up too. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, right? I mean, compositionally, you know, it's a little weird, like why are your skates just flying through a black hole of the abyss? Who knows? Nobody knows why. These things just happen, guys. I guess you could put the bow up here. Where do I want my bow? I'm going to put my bow on the side. A little bit of that peppermint stripe twine. Okay, so we'll let that sit. And now to finish it off, if you have them, which I did, so I figured this was a holdover from last year. They're just snowflake sequins that have adhesive on the back. Nope, didn't do that. Hold on. There we go. How pretty would a couple of these be? Fluttering down. Let's see. Okay. there you go. So there's another alternate art for that card. So let's see. Everybody still with me? Cute card. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Janet. I'm just reading the comments. I need to start decorating for fall soon. Savannah, you got to get on it. It's already the 17th of August, girl. I'm just kidding. So, good. You love it, Cheryl? I'm glad. Mom loves it too. It is mom approved. Okay, let me get a drink so I'm not advertising for Coke. And I will flip up and we'll chit chat for a minute. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes if you get seasick. I'm back. So we did it, guys. We did a whole packet. I feel very accomplished and successful. How's everybody doing? Aw, you're welcome, Kathleen. You're welcome, Lori. You're welcome, Deborah. You're welcome, Deborah Clark. So we have a lot of Debs. We have a lot of Pams in my life. And I love all of you. So, yeah. That's it for me. What am I doing? I'm very excited to hand these. Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, you're signed up for next month and we'll have more fun fall cards. So before you know it, you're going to have a whole pile. All right. Okay, so what am I doing for the rest of the weekend? Lord only knows. We don't know. But I do know that Monday is bingo with mom. You getting ready, mom? So, yeah, I probably going to be things. I had so much on my plate and things are kind of like winding down a little bit. Like I feel like it's manageable, which is crazy because usually when things feel manageable, I plan 20 more things and off and running I go. But holidays are coming up, so I'm working on stuff for that. I am going to be doing a Christmas card, what do we want to call it? Exchange, a Christmas card exchange for the besties. So here, I've done this on other groups. My friend Melissa has a all things Christmas group. If you love Christmas and you're on Facebook, check them out. All Things Christmas. She has a huge following, like 10,000 people. I have the red ring of death. Okay, we're back. That all just post all year long about Christmas stuff. So they, in the past, when they were smaller and started, they would do a Christmas card exchange where people would sign up and send in their addresses, which I have most of your addresses. But basically you would say like, I want to do it. And you would agree to send the list, everybody on it, a Christmas card. Now, it doesn't have to be handmade. It can be store-bought. It doesn't matter. It's just a card. Okay, and they in return are going to send you Christmas cards. So all Christmas season, you would be getting a ton of Christmas cards, which is kind of neat, you know. I had people who added recipes in their Christmas cards, stickers, you know, well wishes, anything. I don't know. And it could be nothing. It could just be the card. It was just phenomenal. It was a really nice experience. So she had 50 people signed up, and what they did was they split it up into 2 groups. So you would say like, I want to do half the group, and they would send you a list with 25 names. Or you could say, I want to do it all, and they would send you a list with 50 names, and those 50 people, you would be on their list too. You see what I'm saying? Am I making sense? So be looking for that. I'm going to start it early, the sign up. So give people time to see it, sign up, and all that stuff. And then by November 1st, you will have the list. It might even be earlier that I might do it October 15th. And that way that gives you plenty of time to, if you want to make the cards, if you know, everybody's got their things, but be looking for that. It's going to be fun. I'm going to do it for sure for everybody. So I'm super excited. And so, yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to be working on, getting the posts and stuff for that. And that's what I got going on, guys. So I guess it's time to say goodbye. Yes, Mom's in. Terry, you in? I think, I don't know, I'm excited. I think this is going to be fun. All right, this is it for me. I love you guys. I appreciate you. You are truly my besties and the best part of my day. I will see you in the comments and see you soon. Bye.